I believe that every single Mormon needs their pivotal testimony moment. The moment where they realized what they believed was true. Even us Mormons who have been Mormons forever and ever. My moment happened when I was about 20 years old. I had just gotten broken up with a boyfriend who I loved very much. And he broke up with me because I am Mormon and he was not. And that shattered me on the inside. You know, your first love, your first heartbreak, it sucks. There's like no way around that. And in the moment I was like, I don't even know what I believe. What is Mormon? Like, I never read the scriptures. I never really invested much thought in it. And I just kind of did it because I was a cultural Mormon. I'll admit that. I was a Utah culture Mormon. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good starting point, but for me, it wasn't good enough. And so I started rebelling against my family standards, against church standards. I stopped going to church. I made choices that were less than savory. And then one day I realized, I was like, this isn't going to cut it. I need to go find out for myself if this is true or not. So one Sunday, instead of going to church, I packed up my scriptures, I packed up my patriarchal blessing, and I had a heart full of faith, and I went on a hike. And on my hike, I found a beautiful place to sit by a lake with like quaking aspens that were gold and a little stream. And I sat down and I read my patriarchal blessing. I read some scriptures, and I don't know what scriptures I read. And then I said a prayer. And I asked if these things were, if the church was true, if the gospel of Jesus Christ was true and worth following. And I got that tiny, still small voice answer in my heart that said yes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to get back on the straight and narrow. And I did. And I've had my ups and downs. I've gone sideways off the path. I haven't made perfect choices. Ever since then, I've made some stupid choices, very stupid choices. But at the end of the day, that moment was pivotal. That still small voice that reminded me that the gospel was good, that the church was true, has been a cornerstone in the foundation of my testimony. Something that I will never relinquish. Whenever I've doubted anything, I've always looked back on that moment and said, no, in that moment, I received my answer. And I am just curious, what was that moment for you? And what did that moment direct you to go? You can either answer in the comment section, send me a DM, or write about it in your journal or share with a friend. Because these moments, they deserve some recognition, whether it's out loud or in our journals. So let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Hope you have a great day.